Welcome to Speak Free with MattyG, episode 33. We are back. My guest today is Bombr Marshall, the founder of Bombr Sneakers and the co-founder of 27 Project. So that's where we're filming out of today. If you think the studio looks a little different, it does. And yeah, what a space, man. What a space.
Your new home now. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah,
Glad
you
to
for
have
having
you
me.
here, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming through.
I'm loving it, man. This is exactly sort of what I envisioned for the potty, you know, when I sort of started and built my way up.
You rate
it? Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. This is perfect.
Took some time.
So yeah, we got some props you'll see behind. Tiger scarf, of course, big Tigers fan. Let's
Up
hope
the penny purchase. Didn't win last night.
Let's hope. Yeah. For those that this has been filmed. What is it? March 4th.
Yes.
March 4th today. So this will come out in it'll be 4th or the 4th. People don't know that yet, but they will when they're watching this, obviously. So let's hope by April 4th, Tigers are doing okay.
I think they'll do all right this season.
I think they will. I think they're definitely not going to come wooden spooners again.
No.
Fuck, that was a hard year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to talk a bit about obviously your business.
Yep.
And sort of, you know, business sort of mindset that comes with that and sort of being on the grind.
Yeah, of course.
I started a business as well in December, so I'll talk a little bit about that with you and just sort of, you know,
of course.
relate in that way. And then we'll be talking about 27 Project and
I'm excited, bro.
what you have planned for
Yeah,
here.
I'm excited.
So tell me a bit about 27 Project.
Yep.
How did it all come about? We're obviously in the space now, so we'll introduce the space properly.
Yeah, of course. Bro, it was about a few years back, and it's literally when COVID started. I moved back to the area. I was living in Camden for a couple of years because I had a business out there, and I moved back to the area and just linked up with Nikke for work.
Yeah.
And then through him, we had another friend, Johnny Evans, who's a mad tattoo artist. And it was the three of us. We were just literally together all the time, doing skits, making content. Nikke was getting us in every advert that he had. We've done like Klarna, Cadbury. I've done Fisherman and Friends. It's endless. But yeah, it was just that, bro. Like, so there's a few of us. And we're just all creative. And we wanted to do something with it. And I remember one night we were just sitting at Johnny Evans' house and we had another mate of ours, Paul Zilla. He's a mad graffiti artist from Western Sydney. And we're all together and it's like, we need to do something with this. Like, we need to make a creative collective of us just showcasing to everyone and the younger generations that this is what you can do and have fun doing it, you know? Yeah. But yeah, bro, so it's just us boys and mainly us three, myself, Nikke and Johnny Evans. We just started a page, 27 Project. We come up with a name and just started pumping out a little bit of content here and there. And we weren't sure where it was going to evolve to. It was just, I don't know, it was just like a lot of people during COVID, you probably agree with me, started all these things. So they had so much time to spare.
That's right. Yeah. I think creativity was, you know, if there's any positive to take out of the nonsense of the world.
Yeah, bro.
I think, the creative sort of drive that people got was, a massive positive to take out of that.
Definitely an escape. Like, a lot of people, don't get me wrong, there was just a lot of hardship and all that, and everyone had their fair share. But with the creative stuff that we were doing, it was an escape from us, bro. Like, we weren't paying attention to the media, we weren't paying attention to the nonsense. Like, obviously, wear your mask, this, that, whatever. But, bro, we had like probably the best time of our life, us boys hanging out and making content and being creative, because it's just literally coming from the soul, bro.
Yeah.
And we had some laughs and whatnot. But yeah, that's where it started. And then about a year later, we had another friend of ours, Kyle Joyce, who owns the brand Setter. Him and his wife owned a gym in St. Mary's G3, and they had a little basement under there. And we just visited him one time because we used to train at G3 in Penrith. And then we walked underneath. He's like, "Oh, come look at this space. We just cleared it out." I was like, "Oh, true." We open it. He opens the door, and bro, it's just like full grimy man cave kind of steez. Bathroom, shower that was like fresh, like oily. I think it used to be like a mechanic's garage back in the day, but way smaller than what we have now. But myself and Nikke walked in and gone, "Bro, is this it? Like, is this where we start?" Because the first day myself and Nikke hung out, we just clicked. And I shit you not, bro, the first time we hung out, we said to each other, how mad would it be, people like us having a studio together? I do this, one of the boys does this, like we have all little own space, like our own space to do something. that was the first conversation we had, bro. And it slowly manifested to all these little steps and things, and it come to that little grimy little studio. And we're like, bro, let's just send it. I think this is it. And big shout out to Miss and Kyle, bro. They didn't charge us a cent. They let us just do what we wanted to do with the space. And bro, it was just awesome to have. So we were there for a year during lockdown. And through that time, we started getting like 1-4, all these artists, footy players like Critter, Romy come through and just hang out. And they loved the space. I'm like, oh yeah. Like comparing to what we have now, they thought that was hectic. Yeah. And we're like, no, like we'll level up soon. But yeah, from there, bro, I connected with Ty again. We haven't spoke since school. And then Ty come in and I was like, this is like fucking hectic. Like this is mad, boys. Didn't hear anything from him for a while because he was fighting in the US as he does and trains Abu Dhabi. And then just, I don't know how it come about. If I remember, I'll bring it up. But Ty was interested in opening up something with all of us and like on a bigger scale. So from that little grimy studio to now, it was like a little space in time. Another lockdown happened and we're like, fuck, what do we do? Me and Nicky went home. We didn't work in that studio. We kind of like felt like we were overstaying our welcome, even though like Miss and Kyle were like, no, like do your thing. It was just how we were.
Yeah.
And through that, bro, we were like, we'll get another space. And Nicky was looking without any other input. It was just like, me and you will do it. I was like, oh, fuck, all right, bro. We're going to send it. I'm going to put every last cent into it. Like, let's just send it, whatever. And then Ty goes, boys, just what are you up to? Like out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, true. Let's have a WhatsApp call, whatever it was. And then fast forward, bro, we all agreed. We got Chris, one of our good friends, Chris Scanlon from FTA, and we all butted heads and ended up coming to here, and we agreed to do the spot and just move forward. And Ty's been a massive help, bro. He's obviously invested a lot in us and had faith in us to do what we do the best we can with what we do, and now we've got this spot, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how this place come about.
And it's in a great spot in Penrith. You know, I think it's the heart of Western Sydney, Penrith. Yeah. I'm from the Hawkesbury, but I went to uni in Penrith, and I have a connection to this place. So for me, I think Western Sydney needed something like this. It had nothing like this before. If you wanted to book out a podcast studio, you'd have to travel into fucking Surrey Hills.
And that's what Ty used to say.
Yeah. And I think, Penrith's got such a big population, and, a lot of creative people come from out this way.
Yep.
So a space like this is what they needed, for sure.
Of course.
In terms of what the big plans are for yourself with this space, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, bro. Well, myself and Nicky always work well together. Without Nicky, there's no Bombr Sneakers. That's facts. Bro, I used to take photos on my phone. He'll tell you like, oh, I thought it was hectic. Like, this is fucking awesome, bro. Yeah, my photo of my Gucci Air Forces or whatnot. Bro, we started hanging out, and he just said, bro, we got to start again, eh? Like, delete everything. I was like, what? Delete everything? I thought this shit's cool. But yeah, cut a long story short, with him, I excel because he's the hardest worker in the room, and I always try and match that. If he's here, I'll try and rock up. I will rock up. Like, I'm always here doing something, even if it's holding a fucking flecky, like when Nick is then awkwardly in the corner, like I'm there because I know he's working. I'm going to try and match that. So having him as my best friend and now business partner, bro, such a blessing, man. Like, I can't explain. It's like that saying, you are who you hang around or whatever it is. Bro, that's so true because I know he's working. I do extras. So the plan with me is now, I love the customs. It's been a blessing to do it. I wouldn't say it's a phase, but I know things come in waves. Like, oh, this is mad. It's fresh. It's new. People love it. And when we started working together with Nicky, when I worked with Nicky for the first time, bro, it was like nuts. Like I blew up. Like I only have 3,000 followers, and then like a year and a half later, it's like 20K. I was like, what the hell? I'm making all these mad numbers and whatnot. And then I just thought, like, I always think I've been taught, and this is through sports and that, always 3 steps ahead. So I'm thinking in the future, not too far, don't want to overstep my mark with everything, but I don't want to think too far ahead. But I'm like, my end goal, I've always been as a kid, is creative drawing, this and that artist. And I remember sketching my own shoes when I was like 10, 11 years old, bro. So the next step for me is having my own designer sneaker that is Bombr without the custom stuff. Yeah. So that's the next goal, like manufactured with the best material, levers and upper soles in Portugal. I have a good mate over there who took me a year and a half to find him because I was like going through everyone. I'm like, yeah, not happy there, not happy there, not happy there. And then I had to meet him, this guy, and you just get that connection, bro. I was like, yeah this is gonna work. So yeah, that's where I'm at, bro. I've got my final prototypes and hopefully dropping it this year. I will drop it this year. Let me correct myself. I'm going to drop it this year. And that will be hopefully a pivotal moment in my life where customs is not scalable. Having my own designer sneaker will be scalable. And also I'd love to give back to the community, bro, somehow within that,
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. And I've got Nick there with me. I've got a good team here now. We'll be making content, doing YouTube with the boys, whatnot, and funneling that back into my business. And yeah, bro, hopefully having the best designer sneaker to ever come out of Sydney. That's the goal, bro.
Yeah. And you know what? And it's so cool to hear you say that because I think that's what's, missing from especially Western Sydney. I would say Australia more generally as well is something, like a high fashion label. We don't really see that here. It's, everyone wants to wear Gucci or Versace or wherever the fuck, and it's all Italy and shit like that. And to see something, that you can rock and be proud of not only the brand, but also where it's come from. Yeah. I think that's a really
It's all about the story, bro, right?
Yeah.
Story about behind the brand, and you hear that everywhere. So
yeah,
I have my own story, and yeah, man, once I rebrand, I'll still have the name Bombr, but I'll still be doing customs, don't get me wrong, because I still like being creative on that side. But being a full-time designer and designing my own designing my own clothing, shoes and everything like that, man, would be like, that's the end goal.
Yeah.
And giving back to the community somehow, like I said, would be mad.
And who would be your inspirations when it comes to sort of like fashion and
so the brand you're obviously wearing now every day, Represent, who my mate Jordo and Kyle introduced me to, and they're two English brothers that, man, they kill it, they crush it. But just the whole mindset behind them, like they train hard. I come from like being an athlete to now a business, like running my own business. So I get where they're coming from. So they train hard, create, work hard, and know how to sell their product. So it'd be a Represent, Cole Buxton, Mallet London, who is a shoe brand in England.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, I don't want to miss anyone out here, but yeah, bro, those few. I'll always, the YouTube video comes out, I'll watch it and I'll analyze it. I'll watch it like 5 times just so I don't miss anything or what it is, But yeah, those few brands, bro, they gym me up big time.
And you mentioned there that, you played, professional sport.
Yeah.
So you're over in England playing soccer, football for those for those pommies watching.
Yeah.
But what age were you then when you did that?
So I wasn't technically a professional. The best I got to was semi-pro, but I played at professional clubs. Like I was a professional youth player. So from
That's
then,
a very high level.
Yeah,
to get into.
Yeah, it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
So from 16 to 21, 22, that's when I was overseas, back and forth from England, different clubs.
Yeah.
But bro, I learned so much like doing that. It was such an eye opener. My old man he's so smart, bro. Like he sent me over, then he goes, son, you got this? You can work it out. Like he set my path for me, or helped me set my path with me, and then there you go, bro, work it out.
Yeah.
And I had to learn it the hard way, bro.
And yeah, and I think that's probably set you up well for everything you're doing now.
Yeah, well, I owe everything to my old man, bro. He and my mum, God bless her soul. My old man, bro, he was like, I'm trying not to explain him without, you get those, not like those parents are like, you got to train, wake up, let's go, and they don't stop. My old man was like that, but loving, bro, so loving. And he still is to this day. So he would get up, me and my brother and my sister, mainly when me and my brother were playing, we'd get up 2 sessions a day, every day, and instill that mindset that you'll be rewarded for hard work. So, bro, I'll tell you a quick story that I haven't mentioned before. This is how he was. So our feet were slow for soccer. Our boys wake up 6 a.m. on first day of school holidays. Every kid's thinking they're going to play PlayStation. Not us, bro. 6 a.m. next to our pool in the backyard. This is in St. Mary's. 100 skips, boys. You got that? Yeah, sweet dad. Yeah, cool. Me and my brother. Bang. And it's cold, bro. It's freezing cold. 6 a.m. 100 skips, you can go inside. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get 10. Nah. Bang. Push you in the pool. Freezing cold. I have to wait for my brother's turn. If my brother don't get it, I go again. Like I keep going, we keep going. And we got to 100. All right, cool. Have a quick shower. A couple of hours, we're going down the park. And we'd be hours down the park, bro. Like trying to perfect the craft, you know? We'd be striking the ball this way, that way. We'd move on to the next thing when we'd done the first thing properly, you know? And just with all that, like the mindset that was instilled with us from a young age now transitions to everything I do.
Yeah.
Everything, relationships, business. Still my training now. I owe everything to my dad, man. Like he's the man. And he still does it now. Like if you can see me, I'm slacking off a little bit. He goes, "Oh, Drew, you don't work much, do you? Like, you don't work much. No work today." Okay, yeah, I don't work today. Yeah, I'll show you I don't work today. I'll work I'll work 48 hours straight or something silly, you know? But yeah, bro, he instilled that mindset from a young age with sport and yeah, just transition into everything else.
Yeah.
So I owe a lot to him.
And I think, probably more recently than say 10, 20 years ago, but I think especially in Australia, you've seen more sort of NRL players and that transition from sport into having a business or some sort of program or whatever they want to run. And, I'm good mates with a good mate of mine, Ben Mills. He's, has a gym and he's been running a program with James Tarmow.
Mad.
And you've seen that a lot through sport. Do you think sport gives, those players that drive to then
100%.
take it into something else?
Bro, so I transitioned from being an athlete, like a soccer player, to coaching. And a good friend of mine who I lived with for a year in Camden, where I mentioned before, Scott Wheeler, he was so smart. He's a sports scientist and sports psychologist. And he gave me like all these books to read. And you read that and you've seen these in these like self-help books and stuff. So everything from sport easily you transmute that same energy into business. So when you're seeing all these athletes being successful, is because they know how hard it is to start something and be really good at it.
Yeah.
So that's all it is. It's literally the same mindset, doing the extra 100-meter sprints, but instead of doing the extra 100-meter sprints, you're doing the extras with your business, making sure your content's sweet, making sure your hospitality is top notch, or the equipment's clean, like staying back, making sure everything's set for the next class or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you now, when you see a lot, that athlete mindset, if you get that down pat. And this is why you see a lot of people really doing the whole fitness thing now. So they want to be fit and then they show their brand, because that story is all around, like it's everywhere. So that athlete mindset, yeah, big time, man.
Yeah.
Big time.
And a thing I wanted to talk about, because I wanted to sort of touch on it with myself and sort of the changes I've made recently. But, you mentioned like fitness there, and I think there's been sort of, a massive movement of going from sort of fun party lifestyle to just on a general level with people, to sort of being healthy and fit and sober. Have you seen that as well?
That's huge right now.
Yeah.
And that's so good, bro, especially the state the world's in right now. People doing that or trying to do that, massive pat on the back, bro. It's so fucking hard to do. And to do that, man, it's so good for you and so good for others around you.
Yeah.
So I see it heaps now.
And I think, I started a business in December.
Yep.
I've been a photographer for a little while now, and I thought, fuck, I want to have my own business.
Good on you, bro.
Name.
Mad.
Yeah. So 1K Words Photography. Yeah.
Shut up.
Shout out.
Mad.
But I started it, and there was probably maybe 3 weeks left of the year, and I was still partying like a motherfucker. Like I partied hard for fucking 10 years.
You soon realize it don't work when you're doing that shit, right?
Exactly. And, and I, to the point, I got really quite bad on dexamphetamines, like ADHD pills.
Yeah.
And, I was, at the time, it's so funny now looking back, because, I'm fucking, 54 days sober. So
Congrats, brother.
Yeah.
Only the beginning too, just keep pushing. That's it.
Yeah, I'm feeling
I'll
too
hold
good.
you accountable. I'll ring you once a week.
I realized it's not sustainable. But at the time, when you're in that and you're fucking doing it every weekend, and I'll go and buy 15 pills.
You don't realize it's a blur.
Yeah, it's a total blur. Like probably the last year and a half of my life, I've been like, what the fuck do I even do? And now that I started a business, I'm like, fuck, man, like doing well in my business, that's a drug in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking oath. It's addictive, isn't it?
Yeah, putting out a fucking, getting another job or going to do a job and fucking handing out your business cards and you get fucking 5 phone
Earning
calls.
the money to fund a new business, growing it. That's mad.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I just bought like little things, like little celebrations. I've made sure to celebrate them because it's like I'm proud of myself.
You have to. That's a thing that we do a lot around here.
Like
little successes, we make sure we'll go have a feed or celebrate, or I'll treat myself to something, like maybe a new piece of clothing or shoes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, I just bought a MacBook Pro and I've never owned a fucking MacBook, right? Before, which is fucking hard changing over from PC to Mac. Yeah, I'm like Control Alt. Wait, there's no fucking what the fuck? What the fuck is Option, bro?
Hard.
But yeah, so that's like a thing that if I didn't start my business and I didn't get sober and I wasn't working hard, I wouldn't have been able to afford that.
Yeah,
like it just wouldn't have.
That's
happened.
exactly right.
And so now looking back, I'm like, fuck, little things like that just give me so much drive. And talking to you, I feel like you're similar.
Yeah, bro. Like everyone has the Achilles heel, and once you work out what that is, and you stay away from it, bro. Your whole your manifestation is endless. You can do whatever the fuck you want, bro, if you put your mind to it. And it's first of all is looking after yourself. That's the main person you need to look after.
Yeah.
If your mind's in check and your health's in check, or at least you're on the way to that, you watch everything. You start meeting people. You start gravitating to all these great things because now you're sorting your shit out.
Yeah.
And everyone has that pivotal moment in their life where they fucking realize it, bro. If it's a toxic relationship or drugs, alcohol, everyone has that pivotal moment. And if you take it and grasp that, you're sweet. A lot of people have a few opportunities to do it. And you see, and it's sad, you see they don't do it, they become a drug addict or whatever it is. But everyone's aware now. There's a lot of times that you get the opportunity and people are taking it. And it's fucking awesome, bro. It G's me up seeing it. Like people, all the young lads start a new business, asking for advice. It's like you said, it's a movement. Definitely a movement with it all.
It's crazy. It's like I put up, I made sure to post about, going sober and that because I think it holds me accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
Putting it out there.
9 times out of 10 is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
And I think, once I've put that out there, it's so crazy to me how many more people are doing it. Like, so I've had so many messages just being like, fucking good on you, bro. I'm doing the same thing. Hit me up if you need any help or advice or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, that's mad. Like before, I feel like there's so many enablers around you when you're in a fucking, a bad place.
You are who you hang around, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't realize it.
Yeah. And I've still probably got the same friends and shit now. There's a few that aren't, around me anymore. But, I was definitely my own worst enemy, 100%. I wouldn't say I was influenced. Maybe early on I was influenced, trying to be a cool cunt.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you have to be,
as
bro.
everyone is.
Yeah, I'll go.
And a lot of people can do drugs every fucking couple of months or whatever.
It's like,
and I'm in no way anti-drug. I don't want people to think that because I've talked about drugs a lot on the podcast.
But everything's about balance, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, don't have to be drugs. People addicted to sugar, aka me.
Yeah.
Bro, I've always been an athlete and been on top of everything. And I have my stages like recently. Bro, I looked at myself and going, fuck, you used to be a footballer. You used to do all this. You used to box. You used to do all this. Bro, what's going on with you? And I dropped 10 kilos in 6 weeks because I can just flick it like that. And I'm good at that. And it's like I said, my old man going, what's going on with you, son? You're going to be heavy there, bro. Yeah. And I'll just go, yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, and that small little transition again, doing it, getting healthy, back on track. And this is the thing. It doesn't like happen and it stays with you for the rest of your life. You don't just become fit and you're good for this stuff. You'll get tested. You go out, you have your partying, you have your alcohol or whatnot. And other people have the other, back to the Achilles heels, like they have all these other things that hold leverage with them that you have to beat it. It's a constant battle.
Yeah.
All these little things. It's not just smooth 100%. Sailing, bro. You have all these little tests. And unless you beat that test, you're going to keep moving forward. And, but yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. Well, that's what people ask me, they go, what made you decide to go sober? I go, mate, I make that same decision every day.
Exactly.
It's not a one-time thing.
Battle.
It's a fucking, when I go out, like I'm going to Coochie Pav after this.
Yeah.
There'll be fucking probably 10 times throughout the night I'll have to make that decision to stay sober, which I will.
But how empowered do you feel when you
so
conquer
empowered.
That? Bro, you want to crush the fucking next day. You're like, fuck yeah, let's go.
And you're not a slave to that fucking... suppression lifestyle that so many people have.
Because how easy is it, right? Oh, I'm fucking having a shit day. Yeah. I'm going to have a smoke.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dog, I'm gonna get fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Bro, use that energy right. Fuck, man, creation is endless.
100%. And the only thing I'm still addicted to is nicotine.
See but these are the things. This is the thing, right? There's all different ways. There's like little loopholes.
Yeah.
If it's not like taking much out of you, fuck, it's fine, bro.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
I'm like,
you know?
fuck, I don't want to die, cunts.
It's like the Coke to Coke no sugar. Like, have your Coke no sugar instead of your Coke, bro.
Yeah.
There's some like, is it little loopholes for you, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it.
I remember I was Spence will hate me talking about this. Where I was filming Young Carbs at an event. And, all the boys, it's a party lifestyle. So they're all doing whatever they're doing, drinking and whatnot. And I'm being sober, right? This was maybe like 2 weeks in. And I came out after shooting them. They just played like 4 back-to-back sets, so like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm pumping a vape. and he's like, you got to give that shit up, bro. I'm like, fuck, cunt.
Bro, I
I'm
just
like,
gave up all
I'm
this
like,
other
bro,
shit.
Yeah, bro, this was 2 weeks ago. I would have been fucking 12 Dexies deep.
Yeah. Vibing out.
I'm like, fucking give me a break, lad.
Yeah, that's it.
But I sort of I want to talk about sort of your love for Western Sydney as well. You know, we've touched on it, but what does Western Sydney mean to you? And
Bro, I grew up in St. Mary's. Our local hangout was Don Bosco. Bro, we'd be there every weekend with all the boys, and just seeing all the differences, like all these things people are going through, especially being from Western Sydney, because they're not easy. We don't have things given to us, but there's so many of us that really had a crack from where we come from. Bro, I had a great life. Like, I had an awesome life. I had my troubles, but I knew how to use my energy well. And seeing those boys use their energy correctly, and don't get me wrong, it's not all of them. A lot of boys are locked up, dead, or whatever. But a lot of them are having a go. So that initial drive and seeing it from boys who have nothing, fuck, man, that alone set the tone. I love Western Sydney. And look at the footy players. We've got 1-4. We got all the Panthers boys. Not even the Panthers boys. I got a best mate of mine, Jordan Grant, who plays for Melbourne Storm. He's from St. Mary's, literally a street away. All having a crack, because it's that underdog story, bro. But people don't expect us to win out here. Yeah. But fuck, there's so many great artists, great musicians, great athletes, having a crack. It's endless. Yeah. And this is the whole point of doing the 2-7 project in Western Sydney, is to show these young'uns and these people who think they have no way of getting out, bro, you can fucking do it. And we're here to help. And that's why I love Western Sydney, bro. People have a crack, and fuck, everyone has love for each other. It's nuts. You go out, hey, doing, oh, sorry, yeah, that manners. Well, everyone's well mannered, no matter where you're from. Collectively, it's just like a big family, and that's why I love Western Sydney, bro. Like a tight knit unit, and everyone stands for each other. It's mad. It's like a little family, bro. Love it.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, you go out to other places, and the further into the city you get, you just don't feel that same vibe. You know what I mean? And it doesn't exist out there. And they would never be able to understand it. They wouldn't last a day here.
Nah.
And it's like a big, like you said, a big family. We're one team.
Bro, massive. Everyone wants each other to win. Yeah, it's mad. That's what I love about it.
And I think having something like this here, it's it builds that drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially young people. Yeah, who are at that stage of their life where they're deciding what the fuck they want to do the rest of their life. Yep. I think the opportunities are endless. I think, this has created a lot of opportunities for people that didn't have them before.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I think that's important to you too, in terms of wanting to give back. Hey,
bro, like, I just see myself one day is being successful and open up all these classes. Nick talks about doing master classes and stuff. That shit G's me up. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm going to teach kids how to be designers or whatever they want to do. Or you want to start a business? Come, we'll help you. This is where it's at. And to give back somehow, that's the whole point. Like, if you have no drive within what you're doing, or no love to give to others, and no loving, I don't know, I'm trying to explain it without being like a dick. But yeah, if you got something to give back while you're trying to be successful, bro, then it's fulfilling, right?
Yes,
100%. If you want to do something and go, hey, young, come in here, no charge. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna sit with me, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. That little sit down with that young'un goes with him the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And he'll fucking remember that. That's the shit that like makes you feel fulfilled with it all, right?
And that comes back to you too. You know what I mean? I think this is the thing that a lot of people forget is that there's always times in life where someone has helped you in whatever way. You know, we're talking about Nick. Fucking, I had John Bernard Carews on the podcast.
Yep.
Fucking turn the camera off before I hit stop recording. Just a dumb fucking cunt thing to do, right? Never done that before. We'll never do it again. But just fucked up. And then Nick fucking helped me, rang me, fucking told me the program to use, told me how to run it, all that shit. If I didn't have that call from Nick, I wouldn't have been able to fix
That's
it.
Everyone's got each other's back around
you
here.
know, I would have been paying some Pakistani from fucking Fiverr to fix it for me.
Yeah, brother. $20, please.
But when you receive that help from someone, and then you know the first thing you should think is, "Fuck, I'm going to give this back to someone one day."
That's what people do think. There's no tall poppies. That's rare. We do get the odd, but it's really rare to have tall poppy syndrome here in Western Sydney.
Yeah,
because everyone wants someone to win.
Yeah,
like I want you to win. You'd be the same for me, Nick. It's just nuts how it works. The energy's up pumping Western Sydney right now.
And when you put out that energy towards other people, you get it back.
Bro, I pray for more success for all my mates than myself.
Yeah, because
I want to see them win. And Nick would tell you, he'd be like, "I want to see you win, brother. Like I want you to win." But I want him. It's just like fucking yeah. Like the energy's there, bro, and it's mad. I love it.
Yeah, and that's what's really cool about this place. You know, I felt that vibe the first time I came in. Remember, a couple weeks after the fight.
Yeah.
Came in here and it was so welcoming. You know, like Tanner was here.
Yeah, mad.
A little mad cunt.
Tanner Fox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is Tanner Fox. By the way.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah. I fucking knew you from YouTube.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, it was such a welcoming vibe, and I think that's it screams Western Sydney as soon as you walk in here. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, mad.
But yeah, so looking forward now, obviously with Bombr Sneakers, and we will talk a little bit more in depth about that. What was the moment for you when you went, fuck, I'm going to start Bombr Sneakers? And
so I was running a soccer academy for 4 years, and not playing. I'd done 2 knee dislocations playing, and then I was like, my old man's like, look, son, you want to walk when you're 30? So I reckon call it a day. And it wasn't just those injuries, there was so many, and you hear it all the time. And as a kid, I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to be injured, and it happened. So I needed to transmute my energy. So I'll do coaching. I love giving back to the young'uns and seeing them, teaching them stuff and learning. And it just got a bit political for me, and you hear it, and it wasn't in Western Sydney. Like in a way it was in Camden. So I was out those ways, and it just got a bit political. And I don't know if you heard it before, but soccer in this country, bro, is so political. And I'm just over it. And I speak honest, and I'm too honest sometimes. So if so-and-so is talking about some person's kid or whatever it is, bro, I'll just go, nah, not here. Shut up. Your kid's here to train. This is where it's at. But it got too much, man. It was constant political garbage. So I was like, I can't do this. I need to start something else. So a good friend of mine, Ryan, still in England, he was doing customs when I was playing at Stockport with him in Manchester. And he goes, bro, you should fucking take this back to Oz. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I love sneakers. And I should. I made a page when I come back from England. And it was only 4 years later. I was like, fuck, I forgot about that. I'll do this. And this is when I was getting sick of the academy stuff. Just started, bro. Bought my first Louis bag, cut it up, put it on. It was dog shit. Put on a pair of Vans. I still got the first pair of Vans I made. It was fucking rubbish. Bro, I was so in love, bro. I was like, this is mad. I'm going to keep doing this shit. This is mad. Because there's the thought of cutting up something, putting on something, and then making it better. And then it's a one of one. You have it. And no one else is going to have it.
Yeah.
That initial feeling to give someone that they're going to walk around and feel like they're top dog was awesome. So that's where it happened. I stopped doing the academy and then started up Bombr Sneakers. And now I've got my own studio with 3 of my best friends and still doing what I'm doing. It's mad.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think, Bombr Sneakers, man, like I was talking about you at work. I work in the Shire. So in Sutherland Shire. And man, the amount of people that knew of you. And, yeah, bro.
Give me chills. That's mad.
Yeah, they're like, fuck, man. They're like, oh, fucking wish I had a pair of shoes, bro.
Yeah.
They're all asking me. They're like,
can you give me that link?
Yeah, bro. Just ask him on the potty for a pair of shoes, brother. I'm like, fuck, I'm not even going to ask him for fucking me, bro. I'm not going to get something you can't. Who are you?
Yeah, hard.
But your name's definitely out there, man. And,
yeah, man.
A lot of people are loving what you're doing. And
bro, it was recently, I've had a couple people come up to me, ask for a photo, like in Penrith. And I was like, fuck, this is weird, bro. I don't want this. But they can't go, oh, but you're the guy that does the shoes. I'm like, yeah. can I get a photo? And I try and spin it straight away. I'm like, what's your name, bro? What do you do? This and that. But it's been a bit surreal, like doing all that stuff, man. And and seeing people appreciate my craft, it's fucking like overwhelming with love. Like I feel so loved, bro. And it's that's what keeps me doing what I'm doing. Now I want something else. So not only people in Australia, like I do overseas customs, I always have, but making that thing scalable worldwide and letting people have that same love worldwide and knowing it's from Western Sydney, that'd be fucking awesome, bro. So,
yeah.
And
I think that's what's so cool about you is that you really want to put Western Sydney on the map
sure.
with what you do.
I want a book that says Western Sydney's done this. You know?
Yeah. And nothing sort of irks me more than when people who are from here and they make it and they never talk about Western Sydney. They never refer to it. I think, like, fuck, it's such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, they need a hiding.
Yeah.
They probably would get one if they step back in the area.
They'll never come back. Yeah.
There's a few boys waiting for them.
Probably got a house in the fucking eastern suburbs now. Fucking Bondi wankers. Yeah. But no, it's really sick. And I think, you want to obviously create, your own shoe. What sort of shoe do you want? Like sneakers?
I want an affordable designer.
Okay, yeah.
Because you see everyone from there always wants Gucci, Louis Vuitton and all this stuff. But yeah, having that affordable designer sneaker would be mad. And then, transitioning to the comfortable, like the first one I'm doing is designer, feels heavy sole, makes you feel like it's expensive, but I'm not going to overdo it like with the price. I want people to wear it and afford it, feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that designer and casual footwear is what I'll target. And also clothing, like I got a guy who's cut and sew for me in Australia, who me and Seta had a meeting with, and making top-notch garment, like proper 360 GSM shirts and whatnot. So that's all ready to go. So I'm in my head, I got 8 different things going on, and it's just how to market that and tie it in with each other. That's how you're gonna make something work, right? But yeah, that's the goal, bro. Just designer and casual sneakers.
Yeah, fuck yeah. No, that's mad. And I think we'll sort of finish up here. But if you just want to sort of talk to my listeners, give them some advice if they're wanting to start whatever it may be, a business, if I can play sport, whatever it is their passion is. What would be your advice to them?
Just do it. Whatever you love, just do it, and don't even think about the money. Like the money's not important, because once you still think about the money, I'm guilty of it. Once you start thinking about that money, you lose the love. It's a fine balance. Love it, what you do the best you can at doing that, and bro, you watch everything just happen and fall into place for you. That's how life works. Don't get me wrong, you have your little hiccups and whatnot, bro. Fuck, I got endless stories about hiccups, but it's overcoming those, loving what you're doing, still loving the journey, and just strive and keep pushing, bro, because it will work out. And even me, I'm only getting started. It will work out, bro. Just keep chipping away. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming in.
Bro, thank you for having me, and welcome to your new home.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. Really, I should say,
bro.
because this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
So
appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you too. And remember, guys, speak free with MattyG.